Hey there, beautiful morning at Raleigh City Farm. A little chilly, but not so bad in the greenhouse. Today, we're gonna be planting out the greenhouse and setting up the irrigation system, and this will be pretty much the last big thing to do for me at Raleigh City Farm. This is gonna be really exciting for us to grow more food here and get this place actually running and growing food. And in this greenhouse, it's been out of operation for a while now. So if you guys watched the last video I did about building beds in here, we're all set, and we're just gonna be putting down some amendments. So feather meal, alfalfa meal, a little bit of sulfur to get the pH down a little bit. And yeah, just spreading that out, tilting it, raking it, and then transplanting and direct seeding some stuff. And then after that's all done, we'll set up the irrigation system. So we'll probably get most of these beds planted out today. All right, got these beds ready to go, except for that one. All of our batteries died. We'll get to that one in a couple minutes, let the battery charge up. We're gonna be transplanting some stuff today, and one thing I'm gonna be implementing at my farm is gonna be using the gritter on a regular basis. If you guys don't know this tool, it's from NeverSync. This was not sent to us for free and not sponsored at all. But you guys, if you've seen this tool, we did one thing it's interesting to it. It comes in just bare metal, and they sell like an oil you can put on it to try to preserve it. But Gene wanted to go the extra mile, so he actually got it powder coated, and I want to give a shout out to Powder Coat USA, which is a local place here in Raleigh. They did a fantastic job. Look at this thing. So I think this will make it a lot more durable. I don't know how much it cost, but it'd be something worth looking into for some tools that you know, you want to last a little bit longer. But anyways, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated to see how it wears. We haven't even used it yet. So what's the gritter for? It's literally to mark out the ground. That way you don't have to use measuring tape. It's really handy for consistency. Also, when you have employees or volunteers, it keeps everything very consistent. It's very quick, and I've heard from a lot of farmers that have implemented it that it really changes their whole process and makes it just more simple and obviously more consistent. There's different rollers. This is the 4x. There's also 3x, 2x, and we have those too, and we'll be implementing those. But we're doing lettuce today, so 4 inches. It's kind of easy to figure out the spacing because the beds are 30 inches wide. So if you divide that by 4, you get 7.5 inches. So we have 4 rows, and they'll be 7.5 inches apart. So we're gonna roll this over the bed, and we'll use this for transplanting. I'm really excited to implement this. One thing I've had to do was sort of change my seed starting because the amount of starts are slightly different than the spacing I was using before. So I'm gonna go roll this out, and we'll start putting transplants in the ground. Well, the gritter is super cool. I'm really excited to implement it into my system, to figure out how to make it work and to try to, you know, simplify and streamline things, which I love to do, and I think there's a lot of potential there. And I'll definitely do more content about it as I get more comfortable with it and learn how to implement it in my system. But I think one thing is it's great for when you have other people at the farm, for the volunteers or employees. I think it just makes everything standardized and less confusing, and using a measuring tape for the last 3 years is not that. So I just been making it work because it's a lot cheaper, and the gritter is not a cheap tool. So I'm really excited to put it to work, and I'll keep you guys updated about it. But now we got to transplant this lettuce. Well, we got most of the beds planted out. So we put out a lot of lettuce. We had a little bit more than we thought we needed, a little bit less kale than we thought we needed, and then we did some interplanting here with some radishes to fill in some spots, and direct seeded some arugula too. So these are all great things to grow in the winter here in the greenhouse. And the last bed is left empty because we have green onions that'll probably be ready in a week or two that have starts growing, and that'll go in there, and that will finish this up. So just gotta put everything away here, and then we're gonna work on getting the irrigation set up in here. Bit of a scramble this afternoon, but we've got it done. We got it all planted except for that one bed, and we got the irrigation set up. So let me show you. Absolutely fantastic. So we got drip in here, and the reason for that is it just kind of makes more sense with what we're growing in here, but also overhead's would be a real challenge just because there's fans around, and there's also like electric controls here, just like thermostats and stuff, and so it just kind of made more sense to do drip. So that's what we got installed in here. So everyone's left for the day, but I have a couple things to tidy up, and I want to show you what we did. So let me show you how I brought water into the greenhouse and the kind of setup that I'm doing in here. It's very similar to the high tunnel, just really simple, but very effective and very functional. So this is the little irrigation setup that I have in here, pretty much the same as that's in the high tunnel too. I just zip tied it up to the post here instead of trying to drive a T-post in. But there's a PVC riser. We got this, I don't know what you call this, but a 3-way connection, 2 ball valves. This one's just an open garden hose fitting so that we can attach a garden hose to hand water and eventually watering for the nursery in here. And then we have a timer, a filter, pressure reducer, and then this goes out to the drip system, which you guys have seen in many other videos. Just have a header with the, you know, with the ball valves in the end that the drip lines connect to. So pretty straightforward, pretty standard. The water coming in at the bottom here comes from the same line that runs over to the high tunnel. I just teed into it, and that way we have our rainwater system water coming in here as well. And it works really great. It's not frost-free or frost-proof because it's not buried, but not a lot of the stuff in the tunnels is. So, you know, we don't irrigate all the time, so when we need to, we just hook it back up or close a few valves and let it run, and then just disconnect it. So we don't have a very long winter. We don't have a lot of really hard frost here, so it's okay. I think in the future it'd be great to run, you know, lines underground with frost-free hydrants in each tunnel. That would be really cool, but that would cost a lot more money and a lot more time, and that's not what's going on right now. So this will work great. I love these little irrigation setups because you don't have to lean over to operate them, and it's kind of at the right height, and you can see the timer very easily, and everything's kind of in line and tidy, and I like that. Well, having this done feels amazing in a couple different ways. One is, this is a project that's been on our list forever. I know we didn't get to the nursery part of it, and hopefully whoever comes after me will, but the fact that we got this planted and the irrigation set up is huge, and this is really the last big thing I had to do at Raleigh City Farm before the end of the year, and we did get it done. I still have to just plant out that one last bed, which I'll do once the green onions are ready, but we have a full irrigation system in here, and hopefully this food will grow and feed our community in the next few months, and it feels great. I haven't really had time to process everything that's been going on. I've just been so busy, and I don't think it's really going to hit me until after the new year when I'm at home and not coming back to Raleigh City Farm anymore. But super busy, and my, you know, wrapping up things here, but also restarting my farm, and I will take you guys along on that journey. You guys saw the ground being cleared out for the new beds, and my high tunnels got delivered yesterday, so I'm very excited about that. We'll probably be putting up one in the next few days, and I'll definitely take you guys along for that too. Going to be ordering compost and seeds, and I started some seeds, and it's starting to feel real. It's just doing both at once between 2 farms is really tough, especially with everything else going on right now and the holidays coming up. So yeah, it's pretty cool, but it hasn't really set in yet, and I'm just very busy. But it's been really cool, and I'm really happy to share it with you guys, and I appreciate all the support. Everyone seems very excited about going back to farm at my place and seeing how that goes down, and it means a lot, so thank you guys. But just wanted to update you a little bit with this project because I've been talking about it for a while, and I want to show you what we did, and I'll give you another peek, I'm sure, before I'm out of here. But hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next one.